anyway.
Most of the time we don't. But so we've spent a lot of time talking about YouTube on this channel, but there's other things that we want to talk about as well, which are our businesses. And since we have been learning a lot about our businesses, being that we're busy, we'll have stuff like that to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Daniel,
what's
your
up?
Business has been jamming.
Right.
You've been essentially selling drugs.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about how that's going.
Well, I get my product from Mexico.
Okay.
Because my last name's Sanchez, I got a lot of connections.
Makes sense.
And they bring it over the border, and then I distribute it. So I'm a distributor.
All right.
That's my business.
That's okay. And so have you had any run-ins with the police?
Actually, I give a discount to the police and the fire department.
Okay.
As a matter of fact.
That is a good way to stay on the right side of the law.
Exactly. So if you're in Rio Rancho and you want to get some... What?
I like it. Discount. That's good.
You want to get some coffee for a discounted price, I've got your product. So
the drug we're talking about is caffeine. Not yet illegal.
Not yet.
I doubt it will become so.
You never know.
We did have prohibition on alcohol, so I mean, I guess it could happen.
There's, people that don't like caffeine.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Opinions. You never know.
I don't know.
So
during the American Revolution, when they got rid of tea, coffee was taxed just as much as tea was, but they decided to go with coffee as their drink.
Okay.
But then, eventually, 2 or 3 years later, John Adams was, writing his wife saying, "Don't drink coffee. Coffee's the worst. Don't only drink things like apple cider, things that we can produce on our own soil."
Okay.
That was during the heat of the war.
Right. Okay.
Right. So before the war,
wars are half economic. So
so it's like the tea party shifting over to coffee. That was before the war really got started.
Okay.
So then afterwards, it slowly came back. So there was a point where coffee was like, meh.
Wow.
We don't like that.
Wow. And there's some religious groups that don't drink coffee as well.
So if the Mormons and the Muslims can get together and form a coalition against caffeine, we'll be screwed.
Yeah. So that's what the modern prohibition will be. But since that has not happened yet, Daniel's business is doing well. We're excited for him. And that's good.
Yeah.
So plug your website where people can order some coffee.
Bulldogs.com.
Yeah.
There you go. But really our business, we got our business license in Rio Rancho right about the time we stopped uploading altogether.
Okay.
So July 1st, and we've been growing since then. So it's been a lot of growing mentally and in the business.
Fantastic. Yeah. I mean, they have to grow side by side or else the business suffers.
Right.
Very cool.
Collapses in on itself like a black hole.
Yep.
So what you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Because you've been super busy.
I've been super busy.
I think you've been busier than me.
Nerding out. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe so. Well, my business has been growing. We got some new contracts. We're working with some schools doing technology stuff and helping them with all their computers and stuff like that. And so really like that. That's been cool. That's taken up a lot of time because it was just the beginning of the school year and there was a lot to do before things are ready to go. That's one weird thing in schools. People think, oh, it's the summer. Schools are, there's no school stuff to be done. Well, not for the IT guys and usually not for the administration staff.
Yeah.
That's like busy time getting ready for the next year.
Yeah, maybe there's some teachers that are able to take some time off, but of course they have a certain part of the summer and now they have to start planning ahead and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, so for the IT guy, that's the busy time. So we've been jamming. We didn't even have all summer to take care of it because the contract started a month before school started. So just in there jamming. So that's been good. We've also started a new wing of the business doing web hosting, doing kind of an enhanced full service web hosting. So that's been real nice. And I actually partnered with another company who builds websites who was into hosting and who just didn't want to be in the hosting gig anymore. And then I've been building websites and hosting them somewhat, and I just kind of wanted to get out of the building websites thing. So partnered with these guys, complementary skill sets, complementary goals. And so, I've been taking on their hosting customers and working on that. So between those two, it's been pretty crazy.
So do you do like computer repair? So if somebody's computer's broken, do you do that?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, anything from, I guess we don't really talk about what my business
What do you
does
do?
very
Yeah.
much. So anything from basic like, oh, I got a virus and my printer won't print, to we'll design a network for you and servers and all that, install it. Wireless stuff. We do security audits. We'll, say, break into my network. Tell me how people can get in. We'll do that. That's some of my favorite stuff to do.
Yeah. So basically hacking.
Yeah, hacking in. Yeah.
So if you want to know if your website or anything is hackable, Joel is the guy to call. He will do it without destroying your life.
Yeah.
And then tell you how to fix it.
Tell you where the holes are and how to fix it. So that's something that's actually been a big deal on YouTube lately, is people's accounts getting hacked, and maybe we should put out a security best practices for YouTube and online platforms.
Totally
do that.
Yeah, because in Intellect is about thinking outside the box, and so that totally makes sense that we would talk to people about their business, and that will be one of the things that we talk to them about surviving.
Totally, yeah. Especially since that's something
to come up.
We do. If anybody at all says yes, please make that video, we'll make it. Even one comment, we'll do it. So if there's no comments about it, maybe we won't.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get bored and do it anyway. But so there's that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do security testing and things like that, and writing security policies, because in a business, half of the problem security-wise is people not being trained right. Falling for scams and things of that nature. So we do policies and help with training and all that. So
that makes sense.
And then we have the web hosting and design side. We create websites. We're doing less of that now. We're focusing more on hosting, but we'll still do it if the project's right. Create websites, host them, and part of our hosting is actually doing that security stuff. So if somebody hosts the website with us, we scan it for security vulnerabilities. We test things. We make sure there's no malware that gets injected in the site. We take backups, because backups are part of security. And we manage things. We keep all the updates going. So like WordPress comes out with a new security update, we apply that for the customer, and they don't have to worry about it.
Good deal.
That's what we do.
All right, guys. So we're at the 8-minute mark here.
Okay.
We're at the 8-minute mark. We've basically told you guys our business side, which we don't talk about very often.
We really don't. Yeah.
On my podcast, The Next Big Thing, I advertise Oval Dogs coffee, but I haven't really talked about it. So cool.
Cool thing though. I
Yeah.
mean, that's part of what we do, and we use that to support this, and hopefully vice versa down the road. And it's an important thing. A side hustle is a good deal to have.
And we will be talking more and more, because with Oval Dogs, I definitely want to do some YouTube stuff to advertise it. So we'll be talking about how that's affecting us and what we're learning from that as this channel goes along. But yeah, ovaldogs.com, if you want to follow that. I'm sure I'll probably put some videos in there that you can then subscribe to. Right now, there's nothing. And then, do you have a website people can find you?
We do. AstuteDynamics.com. It's a little bit outdated right now, just because we've been so busy building out new portions of the business that we haven't really updated the website to say we do those things yet. So that's all right. If you want to check it out, it's there. Something else we've been thinking about putting out, and we're planning on putting out, is just some security videos, some stuff called Now You Know. So we had mentioned that in the past, and we're still working on developing that. But that's going to be some content related to my offline business as well, sort of in a YouTube space.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're excited to be back. Seriously, been missing the YouTube thing for all summer long. And so I know Joel and me, every Wednesday we call each other up and we're like, stuff came up. So we're excited finally to get in the studio. And be sure to check out our podcast. There's going to be stuff coming out on that as well. But now you know what we've been up to.
Now you know about the next big thing. Cool.
All right.